In today's episode 2 of my Japan Aviation Series, we are going to fly Skymark Airlines, and that's how it went. Welcome to another episode of my Japan Aviation Series. This is episode 2 of my Japan Aviation Series and it's starting off pretty wet, as you will see shortly. Welcome to another video of my Japan Aviation Series. I'm on my way to Terminal 1 at Tokyo Haneda Airport because today I will be flying with Skymark Airlines on a Boeing 737, I believe. And, well, let's head to the check-in. It's time to check in for my first ever Skymark Airlines flight. Since I have no checked luggage, let's try the self-check-in. Check-in with the machine wasn't as straightforward as I expected, but it worked out. It took a while till it found my reservation, but eventually, here we go. And it looks like Skymark Airlines has its own screening facility. Security screening was a breeze. It literally took me like 20 seconds to go through. Currently, a typhoon is approaching the area of Osaka and will also hit Tokyo most likely, and therefore the weather is pretty crap at the moment. I really hope it will not affect my flights that I have coming up soon. Luckily, it looks like the typhoon is heading out into the Northern Pacific again, which should help me stick to my travel plans for the next 10 days. If you are a Boeing 767 fan, as I am, then you certainly would love Japan, as there are ANA, Japan Airlines and Airdo still operating them on domestic routes. And as part of my Japan Aviation Series, I am going to try the Boeing 767 on all 3 airlines. Consider subscribing to my channel not to miss them. I'm not only going to fly the Boeing 767, but also a bunch of other aircraft and airlines, such as this Japan Airlines A350 on a domestic route, and a few more pretty exciting stuff. Luckily, there's a priority pass lounge in the domestic terminal of Haneda Airport, but they do serve only drinks, no food. So it's maybe the category better than nothing. Otherwise, it's a very pleasant lounge, a very nice interior and a great view. I mean, the window is quite wet now, but still I can see a lot of traffic going on. Wow, look at this downpour. I really hope it won't affect my travels today, as I have a pretty interesting connection in Sapporo. While Terminal 1, where I am now, is mainly for Japan Airlines, Terminal 2 is ANA domain. And over there in the distance we have Terminal 3. To show you what's currently going on, check out this ANA Boeing 767 attempting its 3rd approach into Tokyo Haneda during this current rainstorm outside. Let's see if they are lucky with the 3rd attempt. Ah, good. Looks like they made it onto the ground. Wow, the weather is getting so much worse. But so far my flight still shows on time. We will see. Well, said that, let's maybe go to the gate and check out if the aircraft is here already. Here it is, my gate for my flight to Sapporo. It seems my aircraft is already at the gate, but I cannot see it because it's at this corner gate. But it's the same as this one next to it, which is also a Skymark Boeing 737-800. So that's how it looks. To be honest, I don't know much about Skymark Airline. The only thing I remember that they once ordered the Airbus A380, but then it got cancelled, I think, after a management change. Ooh, check out this Starflyer aircraft. I have fond memories of them. Check out my Starflyer video. The crew of a Skymark aircraft that has just arrived now got off the aircraft and walked through the gate, and at the gate they bowed to every passenger sitting around the gate and then left. In the meanwhile, the new crew, my crew to Sapporo, has arrived, showing the same respect to the waiting passengers as the previously arriving crew. Gosh, I really start loving Japan. I don't know if Skymark Airlines is a low-cost carrier, a hybrid or a full-service carrier, but today I will find out. On time, by the minute, boarding started, and I'm on my way to fly Skymark Airlines for the first time. Even though the aircraft, a Boeing 737-800, is nothing too exciting, as it is a very common type all around the world, I am quite excited to try out Skymark. The welcome, even though I didn't understand a word, seemed very friendly, and I got a first glance of the all economy class cabin. It's kept in an all beige tone and it is arranged in the usual Boeing 737-3 seat layout. The legroom already looks quite promising, certainly way more promising than for example Canada's WestJet seat pitch on their Boeing 737, which they sell as an improved customer experience or something like that. Ridiculous. Welcome aboard Skymark Airlines 737. There are a lot of announcements, but none of them in English, so I have no idea what they're talking about. In terms of legroom, they're very generous, I would say. And consider I'm 1.92 m or 6'4". Let's have a quick look at the Skymark Boeing 737-800 safety card. Weather-wise, it still looks quite typhoony, but it seems to me that the visibility has improved. Overhead I find individual reading lights and air fans. Due to the lack of IFE screens, the safety demonstration is performed manually. Now it's time for departure, on time despite the dreadful weather. How do you like the heart on the winglet? Pretty cute, I find. Wow, the weather is horrendous. I'm very curious how the takeoff is gonna be. Despite the adverse weather, the takeoff was actually quite smooth. I was expecting more turbulences. Skymark Airlines offers in-seat power supplies. Let's see what else we find in the seat pocket. Not sure what it is, but we'll find out. Maybe I think it's a kind of in-flight magazine. Then we have the route map as well. And that's an air sickness bag, I think. I don't see any buy on board options. So I'm not quite sure if you're being served something. Or maybe this here. I'll find out if they serve something or not, otherwise maybe I order something. Because I am a bit hungry.
There's no need to be concerned, but the terminals will not attend the same operation over aircraft.
The flight looks pretty full, I think. maybe only one or two empty seats from what I can see here, unless there's somebody very small sitting there. The flight time today is about 1 hour and a half, and the price I paid for it might surprise you, or maybe not. I'll tell you later. On this trip in Japan, I use Airalo, the eSIM provider, in order to stay connected on my travel, and they are not sponsoring me or paying anything to me. They don't even know that I'm advertising them, but I just like to share this eSIM provider because I have very good experience with them. And if you use my code, it's a referral code, then you would get a discount when you use Airalo as well. And at the same time, you would support me and my channel for further trips. Skymark offers a drink service on board, but no food, and there's also no food to purchase. So in case you are a usually hungry traveler like me, then maybe have a bite before departure. The drinks choice was some hot drinks, maybe tea or coffee, I think it was. Juice, that's what I had, and I think some water. We have started our descent towards Sapporo, and the visibility down there has clearly improved, which should provide me a pretty nice view of southern Hokkaido. I have been to Japan quite a few times already, but it's the first time I'm in Hokkaido, so I'm quite excited. Welcome to Sapporo New Chitose International Airport. Oh, and before I forget, I promised I will tell you how much I paid for this flight. So I paid for this roughly 1 hour and a half long flight in economy class, one way, whopping $250 plus minus. I find it quite a lot. On the other hand, I must say it's a comfortable flight with plenty of legroom, which matters a lot to me. So therefore, I'm happy I did it, and I could show you a little bit about Skymark Airlines and what to expect on this flight to within Japan. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. One more time, welcome to Sapporo. I hope you liked this flight review and it gave you a little insight into Skymark Airlines, and maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and if you like this video, also leave a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye for now.